Woo! Long time no see. We need to talk. The Met Gala 2025, May 5th, 2025 actually. The theme, it was a very big deal this year. I want to say personally one of the biggest themes that honestly we've had thus far, personally in my opinion. So what was the theme? The theme was super fine tailoring black style. So it was a tribute to, you know, black power, precision, you know, just in reality, undeniably showing black style and showing black fashion legacy. You know, that night we celebrated elegance, we celebrated, you know, big world-renowned people like André Leon Talley, Dapper Dan, and honestly, I just have one question though. Speaking of Dapper Dan, do you think Dannism was, you know, showcased? Did it show up as it should have been? I expected more. You know what? Let's get into the video.
Why is no one ready?
What's up everybody, it's your girl Brock McCann. That's Simply Keep It Chic over here, and today we are talking about, is it stylish or stylish? Met Gala edition. You know, before we start getting into some of the looks and we start getting to anything, first I want to say shout out to my boy Josh for Black Merch, this good old world famous hat, and this, you know, I'm gonna stand up a little bit so y'all can see. Real dope. I really rock with his brand heavy. We've been knowing each other for a while. Very dope concepts that he comes out with. I wanted to, of course, be myself and as well as incorporate some of the Met Gala. As you do not know, I love pinstripes, so that was another reason why, and I love suits. So I sort of wanted to necessarily dive into how I, you know, do things. So first I want to say off rip, let's just say this, the theme sounded promising, right? Like, you know, the marketing, the promo that was coming, you know, with this whole situation, I just knew off rip that this was finna be like a cultural like reset, a cultural like we're coming back to our senses when it comes to dressing. This theme, like I said, is very dear to my heart because this is more of the side that I am on with my little twist of, you know, streetwear, or you can say, as you can tell. Super fine tailoring is what really I was really excited about, because everything has to be neat, everything has to be intact. Just the way the fabric drapes on you, the way how things fit. This year we had, you know, the bold hats, you know, the super wide leg pants, the all white, it's almost sort of like quiet luxury that I know that a lot of people are not necessarily fond of. They feel like it's very boring. I understand it to a degree, but it's just sort of like the quiet luxury situation, to me, it can be, it's very classy, it's very elegant, and you can't really do no wrong, personally. So, you know, we had the co-chairs, of course. We have Anna Wintour, of course. We had Coleman Domingo. That's, I mean, fab. Like that was sort of a no-brainer once again. That's why I was very excited, because you had somebody like Coleman Domingo that literally was, you could never touch him on any type of red carpet, any type of like any of that. Like you can't do him no wrong, for real. You really can't. Then you have Pharrell, of course, iconic, another legendary person that I was like, wow, okay, so we have Pharrell, that's, you know, creative director, you know, at Louis Vuitton right now, and on top of that, he's doing all these big collaborations and bringing back like the early 2000s vibe that I really do appreciate, because I just feel like we sort of was stuck in this mode of this fast fashion that there was no construction, no type of elegance, and he's like bringing that elegance and, you know, in streetwear back to life, which I rock with it. Then we had Lewis Hamilton, and we had A$AP Rocky, and then we were supposed to have LeBron James. Daddy didn't want to come, and he said it was due to his injury, and I didn't think that was but we're gonna keep moving along. I felt like having LeBron James there was gonna set an even more tone. So I think that sort of disappointed me when he made his post saying like, oh, I won't be there, but my wife will be there, you know, this, that, and third. I'm just like, I could only imagine, after seeing what she had on, I could only imagine what he was gonna wear. I felt like he was honestly gonna show out more than anybody, personally. Before we get into who got it right, who got it wrong, the stylish and the stylist of it, I personally felt like it was very underwhelming, right? It was very underwhelming because due to, for one, if you do know who André Leon Talley is, I just knew Anna was finna turn up. I just knew it. I just knew that this year she was gonna do some type of dramatics. I knew she was gonna do something. And like I said, and missing LeBron James and all that, it was very underwhelming for me. Very. I was off rip before anybody came out. I was just like, oh, and the other person who didn't come was Naomi Campbell. My thoughts on why a lot of people did not show up. I do know necessarily some of the like important people that was supposed to come. I felt like they felt some type of way that Anna did the theme this year, and he's not here. You know, if we would have did this theme while he was still alive, I feel like it would be more appreciated, and I feel like honestly they would have raised more money personally. What else I did not care for? Didn't do much when it came to Dapper Dan coming in, all the dandies, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of our most iconic, still living in his 80s mogul. So the fact that y'all didn't showcase him, y'all really didn't put the light on him, that I was just waiting. And the fact that I had to look up Dapper Dan to see what he had on irritated my soul. But anyway, let's get into it.
Why is no one ready?
Let's talk about the ones who got it right, who did the tailoring right, who did the theme right, in my personal opinion. So off rip, let me just talk about the ones that I'm just thinking about off rip, who understood the assignment, who was very dramatic, who was still within the theme, who was still when it comes to the just knowing the assignment, right? So you have Janelle Monáe. I feel like Janelle Monáe, as usual, she knows how to do the assignments every year. It's nothing new. You have people like Zendaya that was in Louis Vuitton, looking godly, wearing all white, feeling godly. The tailoring was to the T. It was impeccable. Was it a little bland, a little underwhelming compared to the other looks that she's done? Absolutely. Even with Law, Lord forgive me for saying this, I didn't feel like Law really never enough and on either, and his stuff wasn't tailored that good either. But I know he was more so focused on, you know, his clients. Then we had Jodie Turner. When I saw, first off, when I saw just mostly Janelle Monáe and Jodie Turner off rip, I was just like, yeah, y'all understood. You know what I'm saying? Like, you understood the assignment. It was very, and see, when it comes to African Americans, not saying we don't look to be extra or dramatic when it comes to certain things, but we're talking about the Met here. We're talking about pieces over the course of years that honestly, like, if your outfit really does something, it ends up in the exhibit. Like, that should be the target goal. Like, I don't know, that sort of threw me for a loop a little bit. Not gonna lie, I was just like, I was like, all right. Who else who did it for me? Tessa Thompson. Bless Tessa for actually having that church fan with Andre on the face of the freaking fan. With Andre on the fan, his face is, and I loved it because it wasn't harsh. It still was very soft on the fan. Of course, Rihanna, of course, she understood the assignment. Doja Cat. Now let me tell you why. At first I didn't care for Doja Cat's look. I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. At first I didn't, but then I think it's just because my emotions was high about the whole evening, and I'm just like, where's the dramatics? And honestly, when I looked back at her outfit, I was like, yes ma'am. Because what I did like was, first off, she's wearing leopard and pinstripe. We love the pinstripe. I don't care what nobody say. It's a difference between having a regular suit and then having a pinstripe suit. Having stripes and having the freaking leopard with the cone, with the cone bra part, like the cone breast, with the padded shoulders. And honestly, the reason, now I'm thinking about it, the reason why I did not care for her outfit at first, because she didn't wear no pants. And I understand, like, honestly, all the people there that didn't have pants on, who had their legs out, or they just sort of did the most on that caliber, I was just like, that's not tailoring. You're not wearing anything to be tailored. Like, you can wear, like, you know, something that you can go perform in, because that's what it's looking like, but we're talking about super fine tailoring suits and seeing how you can elevate that and how you can make that more of a dramatic entrance when you see somebody. Now, the person that I was waiting last to tell y'all, oh, sorry, Nicki Minaj ate that. She ate that because, once again, in pinstripe, and it was very beautiful as far as tailoring to her figure, and it actually floored out. And I love that, and I love the little piece that she had on her shoulder. It was very beautiful. Now, the main girl who ate it up for everybody, which I knew, and I said it, and I said it, and I said it, Teyana Taylor. Doechii and Teyana Taylor, those was the main two women that I wanted to see for this thing. Like, when this thing came out, I tagged them on my Instagram stories. I know for a fact Doechii looked at it. Of course, this is way before, you know, the stardom had hit her. I've been knowing Doechii since like 2020. Like, I've been following the girl for a while. But Doechii and Teyana Taylor, Doechii did good. I just wanted her to be honestly more dramatic. It was very her style, and I know that she has this style going on, so she don't want to like get out of that because that is her style. We're gonna talk about it was a couple other people. Lord forgive me, I'm literally going this on base in my head, and you're gonna see some of the pictures here that I'm posting of the people that I really do like, but the ones that I named, I know for a fact those was my favorites. And the reason why I'm saying those were my favorites is because to me they truly embodied what the super fine black excellence, black elegance, those was my favorites. Anna Wintour, Pharrell Williams.
Why is no one ready?
So, not saying I knew she was going to do the most, right? But I knew she was going to do something this year. I just knew it because I'm like, that's your friend. So the fact that you just wore this satin gown, this satin almost looked like a nightgown with this long baby blue coat, I was just sort of like, what's going on? Pharrell did okay. And the reason why I'm saying this is because, yes, okay, you know, your whatever 1,000 pearl blazer, double breast blazer that you did, yeah, it was cool, but it was still underwhelming. Like, and then what your wife had on, like I said, no shade, like she had stockings on. Like, You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not understanding what's going on. Who else that everybody loved that I just wasn't rocking with? Kim Kardashian. The Jenners and the Kardashians. No. What are you, a Komodo dragon? I don't get it. Like, no, I didn't care for that. And the thing is, Kim, I don't know. It'd be like Kim be on the money with things, but it's just like, it's always some element that always messes her outfit up. The other person that was missed that I knew who would have ate this up, he was an influencer, and I think that's the only reason why he wasn't invited, was Wisdom K. Like, I don't know why nobody invited him. I don't know if they just knew that this day-to-day, you know, quote-unquote content creator or influencer to these big brands and stuff like that. But y'all know that man would have ate y'all up. Y'all knew it. Final thoughts about what's going on. The brands that came with it was in order, in my personal opinion. You have Tom Brown, Burberry, Marc Jacobs, and then Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton was so underwhelming, it was disappointing to me. And I'm not saying what they wore was not nice, because it was beautiful, but it was underwhelming. But let me ask you guys a question. But did the Met Gala really honor Andre? I just feel like it was a handful of people that really honor him. And I noticed that a lot of people honored him before or after the carpet, but not on carpet. And that's the part that sort of disturbed me a little bit. We raised, African Americans, we raised, what was it, 31 million or something like that. I think that was the most that the Met has ever even raised. So the thing is, it's there. I just sort of wish that we had more dramatics. And when I mean dramatics, I mean like the dramatics like Janelle Monáe or Diana Ross or Tracee Ellis Ross. I just feel like it was very underwhelming. Like, y'all tell me in the comments, like, and I know everybody is just like, you know, making their things, but I wanted to bring my emotions down when it came to this. And I just feel like, why are we doing this? Why are we like calming down this year? Like, even with Rihanna, like, of course her outfit was everything, but it was just like, Andre personally like told you like, oh, this, when she wore the yellow like gown, the Asian, oh my god, I forgot the name of the brand, but how dramatic it was. Andre loved that. Andre loves anything with a dramatic. It could be tailored, it could be clean, but if it's dramatic, he loves it. It was nice, I enjoyed it. Like I said, it was very underwhelming. I love you guys, I missed you guys. We're gonna start trying to come back. As you can tell, I'm in a new space. It's been a lot positive things going on. We're gonna try to keep this thing back moving. I'm gonna try to get it back moving. Let me know in the comments, what was your favorite, what was your least favorite, or as I say, who was stylish or who was styleless. And I could see you guys later, because I know everybody was like, oh my god, I'm ready for you to make your list. Yeah, I just wanted to wait till the hype was down and then we can actually talk about it. But anyways, good to see you guys. See you soon. Bye.